The eternal echo. Does your soul remember what your mind forgets? What if your soul carries a secret so ancient, so vast, that your mind can't even begin to fathom it? A memory that stretches beyond the stars, beyond time itself, whispering truths you've long forgotten. The idea might sound like poetry, but it's a question philosophers have wrestled with for centuries. What if your soul remembers a realm of perfection, a place where it once knew everything, while your mind stumbles in the dark, grasping for fragments of that eternal light? Let's start with Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher who gave us the theory of recollection. In his dialogue, Meno, he proposed something radical. Our souls, before we were born, existed in a divine realm of perfect forms, ideals like beauty, justice, and truth. These forms aren't just concepts, they're the blueprints of reality, flawless and eternal. Plato believed that when we learn something new, like solving a math problem or recognizing true love, we're not discovering it for the first time. We're remembering what our soul already knows, a memory etched in us from that celestial realm. But if that's true, why do we feel so disconnected from this knowledge? Why does it take a lifetime to catch even a glimpse of what our soul holds? Picture this. You're standing on a cliff at twilight, the ocean stretching endlessly before you, waves crashing in a rhythm that feels older than the earth. A sudden pang hits you, a feeling you can't explain, as if you've stood here before, in a life you can't recall. The air smells of salt and memory, and for a fleeting moment you're certain you've known this ocean forever. Plato would say that's your soul stirring, brushing against the eternal form of the sea, a memory from a time before time. It's not déjà vu in the usual sense, it's a cosmic echo, a ripple from the realm of perfection, reminding you of what you've forgotten. But let's stretch this idea further. If your soul remembers eternity, what does that make you in this fleeting, messy life? Are you a mere shadow of your true self, a traveler lost in a fog, trying to find your way back to that divine realm? The 13th century Sufi mystic Rumi offered a poetic answer. He wrote, "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about." Rumi believed our souls are homesick for a place of unity, a field where opposites dissolve, where we're not bound by the illusions of this world. Every longing you feel, every unexplainable ache, is your soul yearning to return to that field, to remember the oneness it once knew. Now, let's add another layer. The 20th century philosopher Martin Heidegger, in Being in Time, spoke of being toward death, the idea that our awareness of mortality shapes our existence. But what if our soul's memory of eternity changes that? If your soul has seen the eternal, then death isn't an end. It's a homecoming. Heidegger might argue that this memory gives us a deeper authenticity, a call to live not just for this life, but for the timeless. Yet, the paradox is excruciating. If your soul knows eternity, why are you trapped in a body that forgets? Why does it take a lifetime of searching to hear that eternal echo? This abstraction makes my head spin. If my soul remembers a realm of perfection, then who am I in this imperfect world? Am I the person who worries about bills, who gets angry in traffic, who scrolls mindlessly on my phone? Or am I something more, a fragment of eternity, a spark of the divine, struggling to remember my true nature? And if learning is remembering, as Plato says, then every moment of clarity, every time I've felt a truth resonate deep in my bones, is a reunion with that eternal realm. But why do we forget in the first place? Is forgetting a cruel trick of existence, or is it a gift, allowing us to experience the wonder of rediscovery as if for the first time? I felt this tension in my own life, and maybe you have too. A few years ago, I was reading a poem by Rumi late at night, and a line hit me like a thunderbolt. You were born with wings. Why prefer to crawl through life? In that moment, I felt a surge of recognition, not just of the words, but of a truth I'd always known, buried deep inside. It was as if my soul whispered, "You've heard this before, in a place beyond words." But the next morning, that clarity faded, replaced by the noise of daily life. I couldn't hold on to it, and that loss felt like a betrayal. Have you ever had a moment like that? A glimpse of something eternal, only to watch it slip away? Let's push this even further. What if forgetting isn't a loss, but a doorway? The 17th century philosopher Baruch Spinoza believed that our minds are finite, but they're part of an infinite divine substance, God, or nature. In his ethics, he argued that we can achieve a kind of eternal understanding by aligning our minds with the infinite. If Spinoza is right, then forgetting might be the soul's way of teaching us humility, forcing us to seek eternity again and again. Every time we rediscover a truth, whether it's the beauty of a sunset or the justice in a kind act, we're not just remembering, we're participating in the infinite, becoming more of who we truly are. So, what does this mean for us? If your soul remembers eternity, then every unexplainable feeling, every moment of awe, is a clue, a breadcrumb leading you back to that divine realm. The next time you feel a strange familiarity, a melody that moves you to tears, a stranger's face that feels like home, an idea that strikes you like lightning, what if that's your soul saying, "You've known this forever"? Are you ready to listen to that eternal echo, to follow its call, even if it leads you beyond the safety of what you know? Or will you let the noise of this world drown it out? I'll leave you with this. The eternal echo is always there, whispering through the cracks of your everyday life. It's in the moments you feel most alive, most connected, most yourself. Your soul remembers what your mind forgets, but it's up to you to hear it. So, take a moment today to listen. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask, what does my soul want me to remember? The answer might change everything. What's your take? Do you believe your soul remembers what your mind forgets? Have you ever felt that eternal echo? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. If this stirred your mind, hit that like button, subscribe for more mind-bending philosophy, and ring the bell to stay in the loop. Let's keep exploring the mysteries of existence together.